Sorry.
Okay, Chairman, the floor is yours.
Thank you for that. Good morning, everybody. I guess for me, I'm still out here in the States. Sorry, I'm not there with you guys. So just we'll call the meeting to order for the Southern Guam Soil and Water Conservation District for the month of July. The date is July 16, and the time is, Erica, can you give me the time there? What is it,
4:03 p.m.
4:03? Okay. And we're here conducting via Zoom or online, and then you in person at UOG seen us 202. Sorry, it's 1 o'clock in the morning here. So can we get a roll call, please?
Hoffaday, yes. Chairperson Michael Uggan,
Present.
Vice Chairperson Glenn Takai,
Present.
District Director Glenn Dula,
Yeah, I'm here.
District Director Martha Tenorio. I believe she's in flight.
Yeah, she should be excused.
Okay. District Director Yvonne McGlutton-Waneza, present. And we have a quorum.
Okay, thank you for that. Can you do the rest of the attendance, please?
Sure. District Administrator Erica Pangilinan.
Present.
Program Support Specialist John Tenuvasa.
Present.
Conservation Technician Madeline Flores.
Maddie and Jara are finishing up their site visits, so they are excused from this meeting.
Okay. Thank you. Conservation Associate Dalen Pangilinan.
Present.
Conservation Associate Jonathan Borja.
Present.
Okay, and then I believe we have other individuals also present at UOG.
Yes. We have our UOG Technical Advisor, Mark Acosta, present with us, and also USDA APHIS Wildlife Services, Chad Richardson. Hi, Chad.
Thank you.
And then I also see online that we have a representative from the Northern Guam Soil and Water Conservation District, Savannah Vargas Garcia. Thank you.
I think that concludes the roll call.
Moving on. Thank you, Yvonne. Item 2, acceptance of the meeting agenda. Can we get a motion to accept?
I motion to accept the meeting agenda for Wednesday, July 16, 2025.
As
Second.
Okay, thank you. Any objections to the meeting agenda? Without any objection, so moved. We're moving on to approval of the meeting minutes for July 18, 2025. Can we get a motion?
June 18th.
I make a motion to accept the meeting minutes from June 18th, 2025.
Thank you. Can we get a second?
Are there any technical corrections that need to be made on any of those? Sorry, I wasn't present on that one.
Not that I'm aware of, Glenn.
Okay, I'll go ahead and second that.
Okay. Without objection. So moved. Moving on to number 4, treasurer's report.
Hey, Director Marty, our treasurer, she is in flight currently. So I'll just go ahead and give the rundown of our current standing for our checking account. We have 114,389.52. In the TA 2023 account, we have 11,108.74. The feral swine account, we have 4,456.65. The GACD technical assistance 2022 grant, we have 23,878.49. Note, the Northern District has sent an email noting that they will submit the reimbursement that's pending that we need to close out the GACD technical assistance grant, so we should be receiving it tomorrow. Other updates, I did go ahead and send and share with all of the directors the 2025 payroll service proposal for board approval. We are looking to engage payroll services to ensure we're meeting the local and federal tax and payroll requirements for our district staff. I'm looking for a motion to approve that proposal, so that way we can move forward and prepare for tax season, which seems to always come up faster and faster every time. But I did receive notes from Director Avon, so I've already forwarded those recommendations to the entity.
Okay, thank you, Erica. Do we have a motion to approve this for payroll services?
Yeah, sure. I guess with the input already from Director Yvonne, I'll go ahead and move to approve the proposal for the 2025 service for payroll and tax filing.
In a second?
I second.
Okay, thank you too. Any further discussion on this? No objection? Without objection, so moved. Thank you, guys. Let's see. So moving on to number 5, USDA NRCS District Conservation Report.
Yes, so Mr. Chair, Jay Dornilla noted that he will not be able to attend our meeting due to a personal matter, but he did send in his report, in which I forwarded to the board. I can go ahead and,
Read it out.
yes, so currently, for EQIP first round sign up. Oh, thank you, John.
I think it's showing for them.
Okay, okay. So do you see the report on the screen? Do you,
I think it's taking a while.
Unless mine's frozen, I still see the agenda.
does the screen is not working?
Oh, my bad. Share it back. This one? This one. But that was that issue. So yeah, and share that side now. Yeah. So I'm sorry. I didn't know until just now, sorry. Yeah. I just got the text. Downloaded. There. We go. Oh, yeah, it's showing up the.
Okay, we can see that now.
Okay, so I guess the thing to note here is that for their Equip first round sign up, they were able to select 19 applications with an estimated pre-obligated amount of close to $500,000, which is nice to see. We had 7 Southern, I guess, contracts that are obligated out of that 14. One canceled in the South. John, do you know why?
Was that,
I'm not sure who, but maybe you might know generally.
I
the
heard one
reason.
lady cancel
Okay.
because of something related to the land, but I don't know if that's the person
Okay,
that we're talking about.
and 2 are awaiting landowner concurrence. I'm assuming that these are of the 14 obligated funds, so they're not over the finish line yet, as there are still pending actions. But yeah, it's looking good. For the South. Gotta get that up, hopefully. For CSP first round sign up, 11 applications, 7 obligated, 3 from the South. And I guess they had some issues with the IRA funding. The Joint Chief Landscape program, which I think is very important, especially for the South. I did meet with Jay. He noted that funding was taken away. So a lot of funding actually, so it went from 800,000 to 200,000, so. Not sure what the reason was. Like, according to Jay, he doesn't know, but it's just been reduced. John, do you know, how many applications are moving forward? Is it that 14 applications? In total, or have they just been assessed and ranked?
I think it's the 14, but I mean. Or I have to double check, but I think it's the 14.
So, and then I guess he noted his internal deadlines. Is there anything else?
So the training that's coming up. Oh, no, that was for that.
Yeah,
That was
so,
already.
so for, yeah, that was the cultural resources. So our staff did engage in a cultural resource training, conducted by NRCS's cultural resource specialist, Heather Bailey. So congratulations to John Tanabasa, Madeline Flores, for officially receiving their certificates. Yeah,
Yeah.
John, that's correct. Geraldine was also part of that, training. But she needed to finish the AgLearn courses and there was issues with accessing AgLearn. Which is why Day and Johnny also, Day and Johnny also tried to get on. But they couldn't due to those issues, so hopefully we can have another cultural resources training soon, so we can all be certified. Regular Equip and CSP FY 25 signups closed. So Guam lost RCPP funding due to the IRA. And then there will be no notice for funding opportunity coming out for FY 2025. For RCPP. Unfortunately. I did ask Jay to keep us informed for the CIG grants, as we're very much interested in applying for that specific grant through NRCS. But hopefully when we attend the summer meeting, we'll be able to get more information. John, did you want to add anything to?
No, I mean, sorry, I didn't know Jay wasn't gonna make this, I would have been more prepared if I knew, thought it was going to be.
And I think that, going back to the Southern District updates as it pertains to NRCS. Again, congrats to our staff. Onboarding will commence for Johnny and Day. I believe I met with Jay and also put in that formal request. I will also be reactivating my, security access to ensure that I can also, participate in the trainings offered by NRCS and to provide support as needed. I think that is about it. Jara finally got her onboarding access, so woohoo. That was a long process, but I think, it would go a lot quicker. A lot of it was due to like down networks and just with the transition of administration, a lot of things were on hold on the NRCS side, so, yeah, she'll be able to access and assist NRCS, especially as it relates to our feral swine perimeter fence program. And I think that's it for the NRCS report and update.
Thank you, Erica. So,
Mr. Chair, may I
yes,
recommendation, and maybe the board would be open to it, just because we weren't able to meet with our partners last week, was it last week?
yeah,
We have some of our partners here, and are we able to turn the floor over to them to provide a brief update?
okay, you recommend we do it now or?
Yes.
Okay. I can't see who they are or anything, so someone can call them
Yeah.
out.
We have Chad, he was the first one here. So Chad, do you want to?
Welcome back, Chad.
Thank you, Mike. Looking forward to seeing you when you get back.
Yes, sir.
Well, I'll be honest, I'm a little unprepared, but I'll give you a rundown on what's been going on in our third quarter. As you guys know, we sort of exhausted most of your funds in combination with our funds in the first two quarters of the year. I was able to string along a little more federal money and keep as much service as we could into the third quarter. I provided those numbers, I think, I was out yesterday, but I know Jara got a hold of one of the trappers and got those numbers. So I think there was 76 more pigs in the third quarter, which brought us to over 300 for 3 quarters, which ends up being about 4 times the number of pigs that we took last year. And that was the promise I made when I came on in October and I told you guys we're gonna kill some pigs. And so we did. I think I used your money and our money as the best we could. We have, like I said, currently exhausted your funds. There are bills out there now. I don't know what the latest is, Erica, but those bills that are due are from the past work that we've already done. So those do need to be taken care of when you guys get a chance to pay those. And then if you have any questions, just let me know. But yeah, it worked out pretty well, I think, for the way we sort of changed it up this year with me coming on. We went full speed during the dry season. That's when the pigs are most catchable. Right now, the numbers, the pig work is pretty slim. We're not getting very many calls island wide, and this, that was predicted. So I wanted to go full speed when we knew we could catch pigs. So it works out now that we're out of money and we're not getting very many calls. I'll be honest, and I'm telling you that I'm not neglecting you guys at all. I still, if I get a call in the south, we're gonna at least go meet with those cooperators, meet with the landowners and talk to them. And like I said before, I'm not gonna badmouth anybody about not having funding or running out of funding. We've just told a few cooperators that we're looking at just kind of out of money right now, but we'll be here when we can. So, I know in the past there was maybe some wrongs that occurred, and I think I've corrected that as well. So hopefully we're good there. And island wide, I mean, my God, we're sitting on over 900 pigs for the year, island wide. And our record that we've ever taken on island was 1,048. So I've told my guys, that's our goal. We're gonna beat our all-time take on the island this year. We got 2 more months to do it. So, most of those pigs will probably come from the north, but we're killing pigs where we can kill pigs. Yeah, one quick update also on the mayor's council proposal. As I've told you guys in the past, I do have a proposal to the mayor's council for additional funding. And that's supposed to be voted on in August. So got our fingers crossed. I've kind of been drumming up, support for that. So that would really help everyone if we can get a little more money from the mayor's councils. And that can be distributed island-wide, not just help the south, but obviously the whole island. And I've said before, my approach has been an island-wide program, a community-based program, and that's what I'm trying to do. And I think we're well on our way to doing that. I've got a lot of other support on additional fundings. So, lastly, I guess I'd like to meet with the directors when we get a chance, when you guys can all get together. So I could sit down. What I'd like to do is sit down and pitch to you, my goals going forward for FY 26, and where we can work together. I'd like to do that prior to giving you an agreement. I know in the past, we've just come in and slapped down the agreement. Here you go. I want to talk about it first, see what you guys can afford, see what we can work together and come up with a number that fits the program as a whole, and then agree on how we can utilize those funds best, and how they intertwine with the rest of the funding that I got. So when we get a chance, when you guys can meet, I'd like to sit down and give that proposal, or at least chat about it and figure out where we can go from there. And yeah, that's all I got.
Okay, Chad, on that note about meeting, right? So I don't know if you're aware, but we will be going through an election in August.
Yeah,
So we don't want to kind of make a commitment yet on some of that thing. I think we can meet maybe, but not finalize any agreement or anything like that. And even talking about funding, right, until we get a new board in. So just so you know that that's coming up very soon.
yeah, I do understand that. But at least, I would like to, if it's possible, to meet with all of you to get a general consensus of where we want to go. And obviously we may have to resell that or redo it again if board members change around. But I'm willing to give 2 pitches. That's what it takes. So
Well,
yeah, when would I expect then that you guys are gonna have new boards finalized, and would there be a time? I know it's a very busy time for you guys. But when would be a time that we could sit down and but with the new board and just take a little time to go through this?
Erica, you want to elaborate on the election cycle there and the process?
Well,
Getting
definitely,
to
our
that?
election is on the 19th of August. And of course, we'd have to wait for the board to be officially sworn in which that is dependent on the governor's office, which is also dependent on when the dean and the president can certify the election results. I know Savannah has been kind of researching and in communication with the governor's office for a potential swear-in date. Sav, do you have a potential date? Should we lock in one? I just, anyways, we are trying to get the new board sworn in before September, preferably, because there are other pending items that we need to address. So yeah, Chad, it really just depends, but around that time frame, we'd like to have the new board sworn in
August 26th.
August 26th.
So Chad,
Okay.
maybe, you know, in light of all those things there, we could just have a meeting like you asked, maybe, in August sometime, just to talk about things. And then we'll
Okay.
see what happens with the election turnout and, you know, move forward.
Yeah, if I could have at least a general idea that what you guys are thinking, and that way I could at least have an agreement, drafted. Because as you guys know, I mean, it takes a little bit of time to get those rolling as well, and that would be October 1. I'd love to be able to start going full time again, October 1 with a new agreement. That's also about the time we start getting into a better time to catch pigs, so I don't wanna wait too long or be, kind of be dead in the water any longer than we have to, so.
Sure. Okay, that we'll see what we can do.
Okay.
As far as getting some kind of a working group there.
Okay, well, I thank you all again for your support and our cooperation for this year as we're winding down the end of the fiscal year. So hopefully, I've been tickled to have taken over the feral swine part of it, as you all have got to know me a little bit. And you all understand and know how passionate I am about feral swine. So, again, thank you all for your support and enjoy working with you and looking forward to working with you next year again.
Mutual feelings there, Chad. I think
Thank you.
we'll be doing good.
Okay.
Thanks, Chad. Marky, did you have any report? Did you wanna report? Yeah, at this time.
No.
Savannah, did you have a report for the Northern District?
No report at this time, but I did want to say thank you to Erica and the board for allowing or having Johnny help us with the educator symposium. He's already been so much help, so thank you.
Okay, all right, thank you for members for allowing that time for our partners.
So we're gonna continue on.
Yes.
Okay, hold on. Okay, moving on to item number 6 is the approval of Southern District membership update. We did request in the last meeting, correct, about our formalized listing of our members. So we're gonna accept that list, Erica, is that the plan here?
Well, I'd like to prepare some SOPs and I was conducting some research. I want to make sure that Mr. Chair, I know that you recommended that when we do the approval of the Southern District membership, it'd be nice to have some sort of record or announce their names. So we're currently doing research on how to best go about that, while also ensuring that we are protecting our clients, and our members' identifiable information, if you will. So by next meeting, I can have something presented to the board moving forward on that. But we do have our active district registry in which we submitted to the University of Guam for the SWCD upcoming election. And where we'll discuss further later on during new business.
Okay. Any feedback from UOG so far?
Not that I know of. I know that we did. Mark, and you can go ahead and,
Yeah, it was sent to our dean, Dr. Rachel, via CC. I was CC'd on that. We didn't get no response from the dean, but As I just noted to Erica that it was good to submit it on time and that we have it tracked on email. So right now it looks good for us.
Yeah, I
Okay.
believe right now we are at 70, do you have the listing? We have about 78 members. That we've submitted as well as those who participated in the past election. And we did put a disclaimer there that the information should not be shared or disseminated outside of the University of Guam's official use for the election. But yes, that was shared with all the board members. It looks good to see our long list, our growing list, if you will, of our active district members for the Southern District. I don't think it's in order day, I think it's all like.
Well, hopefully they all show up for our election. Okay, we'll move on to number 7. Old business, item A is NACD Technical Assistance Grant 2024 MOA.
Yes, so I believe the last time or during our last meeting, we noted that we met with Jen Nelligan and her grants team back with NACD. They did send the MOA following that meeting. However, it still does not know RCOG as one of the main grantors. I did send a message to Jen requesting to ensure that RCOG is part of it. They did put a block in where RCOG would sign off, but that will not suffice. Dr. Dilla, did you want to add anything? So right now we're just waiting for NACD to come back with a response.
No, I have nothing to add, just a little disappointed, that just because I thought we had an understanding on how it should be written up, and maybe I just misunderstood during the meeting, but it just, I guess, didn't come out right, maybe there was a misunderstanding on their part or our part. Yeah, hope to have that rectified and we can just get moving on this.
Okay. Thanks, Glenn. So, okay, we'll move on to B, MOA, Repi grant.
Okay, so just kind of following up with some pending business regarding the MOA and REPI grant extension and amendment. So I did speak with Carla from NACD and she confirmed that they'll go ahead and deposit or reissue the 60K that was misdeposited into another account. So Dr. Dilla, Carla just asked that we let her know when RCOG receives that funding so they can track it. I don't know if you're able to get in touch with someone or I can. Just let me know who, but they want to know that we've received it.
Yeah, so if you want to try to track it, usually the people I talk to are either Miss Gloria or Anthony. They have to look for the deposit manually. They don't get like automatic updates. So yeah, if you just ping them an email like every so often, just to if they could take a little time to search for the deposit.
Thank you. I have their contact. Things are well on its way. I'll be meeting with Patrick Keeler from the Guahan Sentinel Landscapes Partnership to begin the Conservation Hub website development. And I was able to draft up, I worked with Dr. Dilla on the position description for the GIS position that needs to go to RCOG. And that will be shared with all directors for their input. So no action at this time.
Okay. Thank you, Erica. Moving on to item C would be NACD summer meeting approval. So, I talked to Erica yesterday about this as far as I'm concerned. And I'll just say it right now that I'm pulling out of that attending that meeting because of my situation right now. So I guess it leaves the two Erica and Director Martha Tenorio. Dr. Dula, do you think you're able to go?
No, definitely not. Sorry.
How about and Yvonne, you said you can't make it, right?
Is this for the July coming up?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I think that at this point it's a little too early. And yeah, I'm not able to make it. I don't think I'll be able to
Okay.
sit and leave on time. Sorry about that.
Okay, so Erica, you got any input on this?
Yeah, sorry, you already know my stand, Mr. Chair, but you know, definitely we will miss you. I'm sure the whole NACD will miss you too. I'll go ahead and let Carla know for sure, that you will not be able to attend the summer meeting. But with that, the show must go on. We'll be meeting tomorrow, Director Martha, myself, with Chairman Joe to discuss the summer meeting and our mission objectives for the trip. Or for our attendance, and really what we're looking at accomplishing is beginning the 2026 Pacific Region meeting coordination with the Southwest and the rest of the Pacific, as well as meeting our new USDA NRCS chief, as she will be one of the guest speakers, so hopefully we can get some time with her. And then as well as representing on the different committees, the legislative committee, as well as the Pacific Region meeting. And yeah. So Mr. Chair, let us know if you need, and if any of the board members who have been engaged with the other committees have any input that you'd like us to relay, please let me know. We'll be happy to do so.
Okay, do we need to do anything as far as your travel? Any
As far as now, Director Marty and I, we are set. I'll be sending the travel authorizations to the board for their review and concurrence.
okay. Moving on to number 8, new business. What do we got there? 2025 SWCD election updates.
So I know we've already touched on this a little bit, but thank you, Mark, for representing us and advising us. With regards to UOG and the role, we do want to note that the call for nominations, again, the election is scheduled for August 15th. The call for nominations has been sent and published, I believe, through the Guam Daily Post. So the public has been informed that from July 15th through August 1st, we'll be accepting nominations for the boards, both the North and the South, 5 seats to be elected. We did submit our active district registry via email to the dean, as well as a hard copy. Jay and the team were able to submit and get stamps received from Miss Annie. She stamped received our active district registry. So if the board wanted to motion or ratify that submission.
Okay, do we have a motion on that?
Yeah, I'm just pulling up the file right now. I make a motion to approve the active district registry as submitted to the UOGC NASDeen via Mark Acosta, July 15th, 2025.
Okay, thank you, Yvonne. Can we get a second?
Second?
Okay, thanks, Glenn. Any other discussion on this? No objection? So moved. Thank you. Okay, moving on. Where are we? Are we good with that, Erica? I can't really see.
Yeah, no, I'll just note really quickly that we, earlier this week, Maddie and Johnny, they worked really hard on getting our members their certificates, their official certificates of membership via mail. Within that, we've also sent them a letter informing them of the upcoming election and nomination details to follow. So in addition to the ad being published by the University of Guam, informing of the call for nominations, we are going to be sending out an email to all of our members with more information on the nomination. So don't forget. But, especially to the board that's been doing great. I hope you are reconsidering running again. August 1st, 12 noon is the deadline for your if you are for nominations to be submitted.
Well, let's all rally together and support each other, if anything, to keep this effort going, hopefully for the next 3 years.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Okay, moving on to our next one is item 9, collateral boards. Wait. Where am I? Oh, I'm sorry. Back up. B 2026 NACD Pacific Southwest Region Meeting.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, and the board, we were able to finally meet with the North. We had a preliminary coordination, meeting, on July 3rd. We are having another follow-up meeting happening tomorrow with the Northern District, July 17th. No further action is needed as, the Pacific coordination is well on its way. So I guess the recommendation is just to move this initiative to committee for updates, regular updates during our board meetings.
Okay. And hopefully you can get together with the Southwest while you're out there, right? And kind of gauge their participation and attendance also, right?
Yes. Oh, and just for the board's awareness, the Southern reps on that committee, right now, is Chairman, myself, and Director Marty.
Okay. And anyways, all of you can join in and participate and contribute. So it's just something to keep us going. So we know who will be responsible there. So your input is welcome. Moving on to the next one is the collateral boards, right? Collateral,
committee.
I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead, Mr. Chair, sorry.
No, I'm just having a hard time reading my notes. So moving on to 9, collateral boards and committees, sir. First one is a feral swine.
Yeah, so this is our feral swine committee, specifically for the feral swine perimeter fence. Just a quick update, we started with 47 applications, all 47 applicants have been contacted, approximately 32 site visits have been completed. 9 have rescinded, their applications to date. There have been some that hasn't engaged with the district at all, or they have been unresponsive, which accounts for the missing site visits completed, if you will. I'm looking to the board to seek a recommendation, to seek guidance on what would we like to do for those who are unresponsive. Should we just set a hard deadline and move on, or defer or cancel? We just don't want them to kind of be hanging, and we keep trying to contact with no contact, so. We just want some guidance on that.
Yeah, on that, I really think that maybe some of the farmers just get too overwhelmed with all the paperwork that they need to complete, and there's just a lot of things involved in that, and it really can turn people off. So I don't know, that's something maybe we might need to look at. I know our Southern District, for sure, we tried our best to assist our members, but I think it still could be improved or something somehow. We got to fix that. Because I really honestly think that's a big part of it. There's a lot of ask on their part, and they just get overwhelmed. So
If I can add to that, is it possible for those who have not responded in that time frame to be put in an inactive list so they can be contacted maybe after a year from now, so that, for them to be fully taken off the registry?
right.
They still have that whole year time frame, but we still have them in our network. Or maybe like offline, there's an inactive registry for our internal records.
I think that would work. Just keep them on our radar, right? And then maybe we can come back later on. That could help. I don't have a problem with that.
And I guess just one more update, just so the board is aware that 15 CPA 52 packages have been submitted to NRCS. However, all 15 would all need to be revisited due to the new cultural resources requirements that were presented during the training that the staff attended. So for the past 2 weeks, Maddie and Jara have been aggressively revisiting these sites, so that way we can get the ball rolling on these packages for the environmental assessment, so that way we can move to the next phase. But
Do you know what what are the issues that they're finding?
in terms of just having to do the revisits,
Yes.
well, we had to conduct a transit type of survey that the cultural resource specialist is requiring within the section 106 letter or package. So that needs to either be certified by John or Maggie, because they're really the only ones that are certified to do that, along with Jay and his team. But for our team, it's really only John and Maddie. So we have to go back out, conduct the transit survey, and specifically note that this survey was conducted in accordance to
Okay,
NRCS's requirement. John, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was like, the original plan was for Jay was just gonna sign off,
Yeah,
but then, when the lady came here and trained us, she wasn't having that,
yeah.
yeah.
It's all about the integrity of the conservation planning process, and which we're all about. But
so
yeah,
how long
they
will it
did-
take to get those done?
Well, last week, we needed 15 done, they've already accomplished 11. The others that are pending are, some are off island of Mr. Chair. Um,
I'll be
Yeah.
back tomorrow, you guys.
a lot of it is just because they're not available. But aside from that, Jara will work to resubmit those packages so we can get it going. And then, Johnny and Dave, they'll be assisting in the, also part of the assessment is going down to Guam Shippo and compiling the archaeological reports for these sites. So that's another phase in itself, and I think we're gonna be doing that on Friday. That's on Friday.
Hey,
So, team's all here.
let's keep it going. Thank you guys for all your efforts. So moving on to the next item would be board correspondence. Do we have any correspondence, Erica?
This time, Mr. Chair, nothing to note. I will note that Daylene, has been really working hard to ensure that all of our meeting minutes, recordings, are transmitted to the appropriate authorities to include our partners at the University of Guam and NRCS and published on our website. So thank you, Daylene, for taking that initiative. It's tedious work, I don't know, but we're on track, so it feels great.
Good job.
Director Yvonne wants to, she's raising her hand, she wants to say something.
Oh, okay. Yvonne, go ahead, please.
Hi, sorry, circling back on the subcommittee served, I sent an email out for the Water and Climate Subcommittee. So they do have a draft work plan that's developed and it's continuing to be a live document in which we're adding more information to that. So I just wanted to touch on a little bit of what that work plan has. Let me try and pull that up real quickly. Did you receive it? I think I sent it. So I'm just looking through my notes really quickly. Okay. So the NACD Water and Climate Committee work plan. Let me look through here. So they have some events. It's called it's on Chart D, where it's increase external awareness of district programs related to watershed health and food supply. So I thought this was really interesting in this, and maybe we can look to this as a reference point to possibly engage in different events happening. So it's under D2, identify opportunities and engage in water resources and climate resiliency. Example, National Estuaries Week, Groundwater Protection Week, and Drinking Water Month. So we can leverage some of that for any of our outreach opportunities. I just wanted to mention that. And our next meeting, that is still up in the air. We did do a doodle poll on when everyone is best available. And that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Yvonne. Okay, we'll move on to our next item, which is we're gonna go into an executive session.
Okay, Mr. Chairman, if I can also add, Johnny he is leading the poster contest initiative. So he's collaborating closely with the Northern District. And I believe we are trying to have a deadline of July 25th to confirm the roles. Sorry for the bumps. Do you want to add anything, Johnny?
Yeah, so I did reach out to Director Norma, who is their director in charge of the poster contest, and then Rosanna, their outreach specialist, who is their point person amongst the staff yesterday. Yeah, I'm trying to meet with them as soon as possible so we can get the ball rolling on it. One, to notify the superintendent of the schools and the administrators, since it is open to public, private, and charter and homeschools. And then, yeah, give the teachers as much time as possible to work on getting their students to submit posters. Erica gave me an update on how it went last year, and there weren't too many submissions. So my goal this year is to try and get as many submissions possible for all the age categories, which is K through 12. So yeah, it's gonna, I went to school with Rosanna, so I'm really gonna be leaning on her. I'm gonna force her to really work with me on pushing it on social media and with our partners and things like that to try and get as much participation with the students as possible. So yes, hopefully it all moves smoothly. Oh, and I forgot to say, but Director Martha is our director who is involved with this, so I'll be working with her as well.
Okay. Well, we do know a bunch of teachers on our.
Yes, exactly. I'm definitely looking forward to emailing a bunch of them about
Yeah.
getting their kids involved with it. Yeah.
Sounds good. Good job, you guys. Just keep it up. We all appreciate it. Anything else, Erica?
That's it. That's it.
Okay, thank you. So we're gonna go into executive session. So John, you can stop the recording.